I just wrote an article in a magazine called The Frontline in India, and I was motivated basically by Bill Gates making a comment recently, which seems like he's flipping his position on climate change. He has always been a big advocate saying climate change is a huge risk and a disaster, and wrote a book on how to avoid a disaster. And obviously, is invested in various initiatives that are not always directly related to climate change, but vaccinations and other things. And there are controversies about whether he benefits from his investments. And he's invested in geoengineering, the so-called solar radiation management, where particles are planned to be injected into the upper atmosphere, stratosphere, to emulate the cooling by the volcanoes. But that's controversial because volcanic eruptions cause droughts and crop losses, year without a summer, etc., etc. So, is Bill Gates really a savior for climate action, climate change, or is he just trying to make money and get attention or whatever? So, if you want to make controversies about it, you can. I tend to agree with him that climate change is not the end of the world, and have written plenty on my own as well that climate science community as a whole needs to avoid alarmism and not take the end justifies the means kind of approach, which we tend to do sometimes. What is needed then? COP30 is just started as I'm recording this, and as the article came out, it's become a big lobby fest with tens of thousands of people showing up wherever it is held in Belém, Brazil this time, to lobby for positions which make sure that their interests are not harmed by the international agreements on climate mitigation and adaptation and helping the poor nations deal with climate change and so on. And then you have the idea of climate community doing these IPCC assessments, projections, and of course there's a community that does predictions, early warnings, but a lot of the community is about descriptive science, where we are doing analysis to keep on saying how bad things will get, how extremes are changing, etc., which are useful. But do we need more and more design engineers who are just going to develop solutions for water, energy, health, infrastructure, and buildings, air conditioning, EVs, batteries, etc., right? So that's the general idea of the article. It's a bit of a polemic, but I don't think it's wrong to necessarily write polemics. So you obviously may have your own opinion. If you feel like it, read my article and ping me, let me know. I'm putting the link to the article in a video that I'm going to link to this short, because I didn't find a way of directly putting the link into the short itself. Okay, see ya.